What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. It's Quentin Shinobi 17 here. Yes, guys, I'm sorry. I've been gone for a while. I had to take a little bit of a break. All right, it's almost the end of the school year for me. I'm about to be a senior next year, so I just had to take that little short break. So I get my mind back together. And but I'm back. I am back. So um, hi, how you doing? It's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to make this video like 2 weeks ago. But like I said, I was just taking myself a little bit of a break, but it is what it is. So we are here. So today we are going to be reviewing a movie that I'm not gonna lie is gonna probably become one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? Sooner or later, depending on rewatch. And that movie I'm talking about is Thunderbolts. But more specifically, which is the official title going forward for right now, is the new Avengers. First and foremost, let me just say, I know people have used the term, "Oh, Marvel's back. Oh, this movie really did it for Marvel." But I feel like with this case scenario of a movie, I feel like Marvel might actually be revived, kinda. You know what I'm saying? Because we still had those stinkers a couple of years ago. You know what I'm saying? Ant-Man the Wasp. But still, you know what I'm saying? Besides that, I actually really enjoyed this movie. You know what I'm saying? I thought this movie, like, some people thought this movie was gonna feel lackluster, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we had a couple of stinkers a couple of years ago. You know what I'm saying? But I really enjoyed it, you know what I'm saying? And it's doing really good in the box office. I think it came around to 300 million worldwide, so it's making some numbers right now. So it's doing very good. But in my eyes, in my sense, in my voice, I enjoyed this movie a bunch. I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed their story arcs from, being these very hardened criminals, you know what I'm saying, to then becoming something more, you know what I'm saying? And the message in this movie as well, which obviously is the mental health aspect. And that plays a big role in the movie, especially for one of the sequential characters of the film, which I cannot wait to talk about because oh my gosh. So let's start from the beginning. So what is the new Avengers? So pretty much the new Avengers, and before we get into this, major spoilers, especially for the post credit scene, because we will be talking about the post and end credit scene of this movie, because that second post credit scene, whoo, ooh man, ooh man. All right, but yeah, so let's talk about this movie. So the movie, it follows Yelena, which, you know what I'm saying, I love Yelena a lot. I think she's a very good character. Ever since she made her debut in Black Widow, I really enjoyed her in this film. I think Florence Pugh did a stellar job as Yelena, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the mental health aspect of this movie definitely hit home for Yelena in this movie, you know what I'm saying? Because we knew about Yelena, but I think there was some stuff we still didn't know, and I think they explained it a good briefly more in this movie. So I really enjoyed that. And like I said, Florence Pugh does an amazing job playing her character, you know what I'm saying? Who else? Also, we are following John Walker, U.S. agent, Wyatt Russell. I also enjoyed his performance. He's probably my favorite character in the entire film. Don't hate me, please. All right, but listen though, listen. All right, I really enjoyed this character. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed this character. Like I said, going from like this very disrespected character. Because if y'all watch The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, y'all know, you know what I'm saying, from him being quote unquote Captain America to then having the incident that happened, to then causing him to join Val, because Val was in Falcon and Winter Soldier. She recruited him, and that brings us to Thunderbolts and what he has to do. And I think they set up these characters. I think ever since Val, was in Black Widow, Falcon Winter Soldier, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they were ready to set up these characters to bring up to Thunderbolts. You know what I'm saying? That's why they introduced Val into these movies and into the shows or whatever. And I thought, dude, Val in this movie was such a show out, dude. Julie Louis Dreyfus, I think that's the actor's name. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think I enjoyed her performance as Val. She's like very like clingy, I'd say, very clingy within this film. You know what I'm saying? She's manipulative, especially when it came to making Bob Sentry. Forcing him to be the Sentry, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we'll get into that in a minute. But like I said, I really, really enjoyed her character a good bit. You know what I'm saying? But I think the real standout for me was, of course, Bucky Barnes or Congressman Barnes. You know what I'm saying? Dude, yeah, I enjoyed Bucky a lot in this movie. You know what I'm saying? Of course, because Bucky's a really good character. You know what I'm saying? Especially that one scene in the film where like he first showed up and then he legit shot the wire, pulled back, wrapped the wire around his arm, woof, boom, the truck just flipped. I love that scene. It was very, very dope. You know what I'm saying? What else? What else did I like about it? I enjoyed the music a lot. I really enjoyed the musical numbers, especially when Sentry or Bob, flew up into the sky when he first took flight. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed that little musical number. I enjoyed Bucky's theme, in it as well. I think that was really, really good. I really enjoyed a good bit of the musical numbers in this film. I think they did a really good job with it. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this film. And all. Now, I want to talk about Sentry, bro. So, this character, we all know this character is going to be in Avengers Doomsday, right? So, here's my theory, alright? So, dude, listen, Sentry in this movie was an absolute boss, bro. I mean, dude, when we first saw him in the suit, when we first like the way his tone kind of like shifted, you know what I'm saying, from being this nervous, shy like dude to being like, oh, I'm a god. Oh, I don't need to take orders from anybody. I can, if they're not a threat to me, then what's the point? Like, and like the way like he just feels like intimidating, you know what I'm saying? And I want to know how they're gonna tackle that when he's in Avengers Doomsday, because dude, for a character like that to be in Doomsday, bro, you gotta I'm sorry, I know people don't like it when strong characters get nerfed, but you might have to nerf them in this one. You know what I'm saying? You can still have that intimidation factor, but at the same time, look who's the villain in Doomsday. It's in the title. So, but yeah, here's how I think they could probably handle Sentry in that movie. I think that it will get to a point where, like, okay, let's say, the Avengers and the X-Men, because the X-Men are going to be in the film. Let's say, right, okay, they're getting messed up. All right, you know what I'm saying? Doom is taking over everything, of course. He's all too powerful, of course. We need one last resort. And Yelena says, I might have somebody that can help us, but it's going to have a consequence. Because Sentry also has an alter ego upon itself, that being the Void. The Void was very nice in this film, you know. So I wish we kind of. Ooh, I messed up my words. I wish we kind of seen the Void a little bit more in this film. But like I said, I enjoyed the time we had with the Void. Like I said, the intimidation factor. I do not think in that movie that will be the last time we will ever see the Void, because I think it will come back. It's gonna come back as some capacity, because Bob at the end credit scene said, I'm sorry guys, I can't be the Sentry right now, and if that was the case, then the other side will come out. So like I said, it's not going to be the last time we're ever going to see the Void in that. And I also heard that and this is very cool too, I heard that post credit scene, I think that was specifically filmed for Doomsday. So that, and it was directed by the Russo brothers. So we might see that scene again when Doomsday comes out next year. But yeah, I feel like Sentry could be handled as like a last resort, like not weapon, but like last resort plan. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like if Doom messes up everybody, they gotta bring in Sentry because Sentry is stronger than all the Avengers rolled into one. So, as Val put it, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, if that's the case, then that would be kind of smart. But in a way, if he's in the movie throughout the entire time as Sentry, I'll be okay with that as well. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see though, man. But like I said, I really enjoy Sentry's character. I really enjoy Lewis Pullman's performance as Sentry as well. That scene, bro, where Val, was like Val and Sentry, when they were going back and forth between each other. I've seen a lot of people compare like Sentry's attitude to kind of Homelander in a way from The Boys. I could kind of see it. I'm not going. I could kind of see it in a way, you know. But yeah, dude, Sentry was just a problem, bro. I'm talking about, dude, no diff everybody in the Thunderbolts. He like, dude, I mean, like, bro was just standing there like a statue, just taking punches, taking stabs. You know what I'm saying? Well, he didn't take, well, he did, but like the knife didn't even penetrate him. It like bounced off of him and then just broke. And I was like, oh my gosh, dude. But yeah, man, Bob was an absolute problem in this film. So like I said, I don't know how they're going to handle it in Doomsday. I hope they handle it well. I cannot wait for that movie to drop. So, all right, but in other news, let's talk about the end credits and post credit scene. So, in the end credit scene, we see like it is 14 months later. You know what I'm saying? We got a time skip. They are officially now the new Avengers. It's been like that for a good little bit. They're also getting copyrighted strike by Sam in a way, because you know they are the new Avengers and nobody else can be the Avengers, because the Avengers is a team that Sam is supposed to acquire on his own. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how that's going to be handled, because I did hear that might play a role. It's a rumor right now that might play a role in Doomsday, and I also did hear that's how they're gonna put Matt Murdock in the movie, because I also did hear that Matt Murdock was gonna make like a slight appearance in the film. That would be dope, because Daredevil Born Again was so fire. But yeah, they were talking about that, and Yelena was like, "Oh, did you talk to Sam about this? What do you say?" He said, "Yeah, we talked, but it went poorly." So I hope that doesn't indicate that Sam and Bucky aren't friends anymore. I hope that's just a bluff by Bucky, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, we will see. You know what I'm saying? And during that time, they get a distress signal, you know what I'm saying? And they were talking about, okay, fire up the jets, you know what I'm saying? And they were talking, and then they was like, oh, it's like a extraterrestrial like ship or whatever. And they said zoom it in, you know what I'm saying? They look up on the screen, they see a spaceship. And I want to revert back to the credits real quick. So I hate spoilers, and I feel like everybody else, I speak for everybody here. I hate spoilers. So when the credits were rolling, you know what I'm saying, they were going on for a good bit. We see the soundtrack section. I look at all the soundtracks. I'm like, oh, okay, nice. And now I look over to my right, and guess what I see? The Fantastic Four: First Steps by Michael Giacchino. That really dimmed down the excitement for me, because as soon as I saw that, I was like, where in the world was that music played? And I was like, it's nowhere in the film. And I'm like, oh, no, don't tell me they're gonna be in this end credit scene. I was so heated, bro. But yeah, the Fantastic Four we don't see them, but we get a tease of them, you know what I'm saying? So as they're looking at the screen, they see the spaceship, and then they see the spaceship turn a little bit, and then that's where you see the blue Fantastic Four symbol, and then you hear the little dun, 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 and then and then it closes up on Yelena's face, and then just fades to black, and then it says the new Avengers and Bob will return. So obviously indicating how they're gonna set that up, the new Avengers and the Fantastic Four in Doomsday. So let's transition from that to the Fantastic Four movie. So I think I said this quite a couple of times throughout my Fantastic Four reaction videos. Y'all, listen, it's a no-brainer. Listen, look at who the villain is in Fantastic Four, bro. The Fantastic Four are gonna lose. They're gonna lose. They're gonna have a spaceship to get out and find some way to end up in the main 616 universe. Alright, I feel like that's something we've been knew since the very first trailer dropped for that movie. So I don't know what else to tell you. I've also been hearing people make theories saying, oh, it might not be the Fantastic Four. It might be Franklin Richards because, Sue is pregnant in the movie. Oh, it might be Dr. Doom coming down, you know what I'm saying, from the spaceship. And they were also arguing. I've been hearing a lot of people argue back and forth about, oh, it's not the Fantastic Four because their spaceship looks a lot more different. There's 3 legs on that one, and there's 4 legs on the one in the end credit scene. I don't know. All right, I'm just gonna stick with the basic pick and say it's just a Fantastic Four coming down in the spaceship. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I if it's Doom, then okay, then that'll be cool. But I don't think it's good. I think it's gonna be just the Fantastic Four coming down, escaping from their Earth being destroyed. So it's gonna be the Fantastic Four themselves coming down. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think the Fantastic Four might go let Earth bite the dust. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they're literally fighting Galactus. Like I don't know what else they can do to defeat him. Just let him eat Earth. Just let them do that. But we'll see. Like I said, Avengers Doomsday, man. That junk is coming out next year. So that all the questions will be answered sooner or later. Fantastic Four comes out in literally 2 months on the 25th. Cannot wait to watch that movie. I'm definitely going to do a review of that movie. I think that movie's going to do pretty good as well. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed Thunderbolts. I can enjoy this one. As well. I think the Fantastic Four is the first movie of Phase 6. Yeah, I think it's the first movie of Phase 6. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, I have not been keeping up with which movie is Phase it is. Like, all I heard was that Thunderbolts is the last movie of Phase 5. And I'm like, okay. But, yeah. Well, I mean, we still got Ironheart, and technically that's the end of Phase 5. But movie-wise, Thunderbolts ends off Phase 5 and kicks off Phase 6. Well, no, not kicks off Phase 6, but Fantastic Four kicks off Phase 6. But yeah, I enjoyed the film a lot, you know what I'm saying? I really, really did. I cannot wait to see the new Avengers in Doomsday, so that's going to be very cool. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to absolutely demolish that like button as well as that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell for more reviews like this one. Let me know what y'all think about Thunderbolts down in the comments below. And with that being said, Shinobi out.